Right, so we should hopefully be live again. I just lowered the bitrate and stuff, but in general it seems that the servers that I have to operate on are a bit... I don't think it's on my side that the lag is coming from, because I should be able to handle it, but again, let's just go back straight into quali and let's just deal with the issues and we'll see how it goes. So at the moment, Erbrich again improved his lap time, now at 22.0, which again, really fast time. Don't know, Pedro, have you raced a lot around this track? I know it's pretty low grip and stuff, and what do you think about it?
Actually, it's one of my favorite tracks, especially on USA, because I really enjoy the last sector after corkscrew. The fast right-hander and left-hander are so fun to drive. You really need the balls to do it, to know the limits of the car. And if you don't push, you will not get the lap time. And you can clearly see the difference in the sector times from Herbrick and the other people, from a 32.3 to 33s and 33.4, which is almost a second. It's what people are losing in just only on the last sector, in the 32nd sector.
So it will probably, I mean, I imagine that is like the exit of the corkscrew and like maybe the hairpin they're not getting quite right and stuff, because it is, even though it's such a short track, it's really technical, I think, for a track. Like, to get the entire lap right, you really have to be on point. But
Yeah.
I think, see if anyone's improving. Whip is on a good lap here. He's gonna improve by 0.2, I thought. No, I think he invalidated this lap. That's unfortunate.
Heading improved it.
And then Hooding?
Hoeven van den.
Yeah, Ruben van den Hooding. Yeah, he's improved. That's up into 10th place. Interesting to see if anyone can get any closer to make the gap a bit closer between everybody. Here's someone else that's improving, Jordan Wansink. He's on for a really good lap here. He's gonna improve by 1.1 second at the moment. Gets his exit right. He might see a really big jump here. So as he comes across the line, oh, third place for Wansink. Very good.
Yeah, well nailed. Especially the first sector. Just only 2/10 of the first place. I think he, as I said, he lost mainly on the third sector, where he's 3/10 off of the first place.
Yeah. One of those things, you really have to hook it up in that third sector, because else you can lose a lot of lap time. Even, I mean, I know for myself that as one thing goes off there, if you get the hairpin wrong, you can easily lose 2 or 3 tenths already if you just don't hit it perfectly. Oh, someone else here. Layson in the Ferrari from Spinala Motorsport. Layson, of course, commentating last week. Now he's racing. Be interesting to see what he can do here.
Yeah, car number 22, Kevin Friedrich, just improved from 16 to 8th. Very good.
Really good. Look here, Friedrich in the McLaren. I think it's the first race for Friedrich. So for him to be able to start in the top 10, that will really be nice. But notable as well, one of our gentleman drivers, Peter Parnell. He's up into 9th place, which I think he will be very happy with.
9th place.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's Murphy.
The old man is doing good.
He's not driving. He bought someone.
Yeah, he must have. There's no way this is actually Barney.
I need a cam. It needs to stream. Where is this stream?
Yeah. We need proof that it's Barney, because else we won't believe it.
I'm joking, Barney.
And see here, as De Jong just improved as well. Robert and De Jong, he improved up to 4th place, so I think he will be happy with that.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter because he's probably going to spin and fall off on the race. Always does that.
Yeah.
Not to jinx it. It's always a commentator curse. Yeah, I know Robert Chung to Jong driving style. He always does that. I race with him a lot, especially in iRacing. So I know that he's very capable of a very fast lap time, but during the race he's amazing at spinning. So
yeah, I think as well, if he doesn't start in like the top 5, he just punts people off in front of him because he's like a bad loser.
Exactly.
So, but I'm sure we'll see that in the race. If he's not happy with anyone, he'll just pit maneuver them and then he'll say it wasn't his fault because his brakes weren't working or something.
Exactly, especially with this prize pool of 3 million Benzel on Animal Crossing coins, I guess.
Let's take a look at the
it's
front
what
again.
we have as a prize pool.
So at the front still nothing has changed. Air brake's still at the front, it seems. I mean, at the front no one is really improving their time, so that's quite weird to see, because you'd think in the qualifying it'd be people get their best laps in towards the end, but everyone got their fast lap in start, as Maurice Stuffer here, I think, improved with half a second. So he's up to 23rd.
I think this is actually the last opportunity. It's 120.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So anyone that crosses the line now is gonna be on their last lap, so the last chance to improve. And so far it doesn't look like anyone at the front is improving. Maurice Stuffer, though, that we have here on the cameras, is improving by about 7/10, so that's not bad. Because he will jump. How many positions is that? He will be like 13th, maybe 12? No, yeah, like 13th, I think.
So Barney pitted, so he can't improve. Benzel pitted, he can't improve. Kevin improved and is to P9.
Alright, P9 Stuffer here, really good. He's about 1 second up on his time, so we'll see where he ends up here. Comes across up into 7th place, so from 23rd place up to 7th place. That's really good. So the time has expired here, so we'll start see people coming across the line here. Nick here as well, improving by half a second if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, up into 12th place, so a couple improvements at the end at least.
Yeah, and the last chance. It was a little bit worrying. We saw as we saw too many delta negative numbers.
Yeah.
But apparently they had something in the bag. They did a Mercedes sandbagging.
Yeah. I think it's quite easy as well here, if I'm honest, to run off the track. And you only have to do it once to mess up your lap time, so there's very little runoff everywhere, so yeah. Run a bit wide, you're screwed. The Nacy is gonna improve here. Oh, the Nacy up to 4th place. That was a good last minute improvement there. Okay, so that was qualifying. We'll take a small break now. About 5 minutes until the grid starts the formation lap, so we will be right back with you. See you in a bit. Alright, hello everybody. As we get the drivers underway here, we are gonna run over the grid for you one more time before we get to the race start here. So in first place we have Erbrich, in second place we have Lawrence in the Merc, Wansink in third place, Nacy in fourth, De Jong in fifth, in sixth we have Aronsman, we have Benzel in 7th, Suffer in 8th, in 9th we have Short, and in 10th we have Friedrich.
Then we have, in 11th we have Peter Parnell, in 12th we have Nick, in 13th we have Joshua, in 14th we have Falkenberg, 15th we have Whippy, in 16th we have Ford, in 17th we have Nierch, in 18th we have Person, in 19th we have Smith, and 20th we have Hudding.
Alright, and 21st we have Ryan Daniels, we have Robbie Hawa in 22nd, Harold in 23rd, Davis, let's see, Davis I think dropped out. On 24th we have Fassbender, 25th we have Smelt, 26th we have Trigo, Kenward in 27th who might have dropped out as well. So I think Knuckle is now in 27th, Harvey in 28th, 29th we have Futwell, then we have Tuck in 30th, Phillips in 31st, Wilton in 32nd, 33rd we have Braukov, Martin in 34th, Kenward in 35th, Healy in 36th, and to round it off we have Sharma in 37th. So let's go back to our leaders as the grid will start to bunch up here as we make our way to the hairpin. So it'll be very interesting to see how cleanly all the drivers can get through our race start here. So everyone should be bunching up. We should see everyone come close here as we come around that last bend. Now we wait for the leader to start the race. And we are off for round 2 of the PCDC ACC League as Vincent Erbrich is in the lead. We go to turn 1. Is Marcus Lawrence able to do anything? It doesn't look like it so far. Oh, as we do see Wansink going up the inside of Lawrence there. He might create the chance here. But Lawrence covers it off. We also have the Nacy looking very hungry behind him. Erbrich also... Oh, I think we had an off there. Robert Jan de Jong has gone off the track. I don't know if he hit the wall. But that is not a good start. Oh, someone else off there. I think that was Friedrich. Oh, de Jong again.
Oh, I did the commentator's curse.
Yeah, that we have more people off there. It is something we did expect, but what a shame to see so early on in the race people making mistakes. Such a shame. Erbrich still in the lead here. Field is already splitting up, of course. Hard to keep up on this track to be really consistent.
I saw another, at least a McLaren spinning too on the first sector, and another Bentley. I couldn't actually see the name.
Yeah, I think Friedrich... oh, as we go into the last corner here, there's been another incident. Let's see if we can get a replay of this. Let's just go to the helicam, see if we can see anything more. So this is Friedrich in the McLaren. So obviously he spun early on, he should be a bit quicker than this, and so he goes into the hairpin. Someone comes up the inside there, I think that was Whip, so with a with a very optimistic move. Maybe outbroke himself a little bit, and that puts them both on the side of the track. So very unfortunate there, as we see Braukov here going for a move. We're taking Colin Tuck. Take a quick look here at the front. Vincent Erberg still in the lead, but not really running away from Lawrence and Wansink. They are all chasing him down.
Yeah, P5 and P4, P5, P6, and P7 are very close together.
Yeah, so we have Danesi leading the front of this train here. Behind him, Benzel, then Stuffer, and then Arensman. All battling to get that top 5 position. See Benzel here getting really close on Danesi, but obviously on this track, if you're running behind someone, it's waiting for a mistake from someone else. There's very little room to overtake in the GT3 cars, as Benzel actually takes the inside here, and he makes it work. Very nice overtake. He runs a bit wide though. Will he be compromised into the next corner? Seems that he's fine, but Stuffer going for the overtake on the Nacy there.
Yeah, you can't overtake there. It's a very difficult turn.
Yeah,
Just back off.
Yeah, the problem as well that a lot of the corners on the outside of this track are off camber, so it gets really hard to overtake anywhere. So the inside is usually the best line.
The only opportunities here is if you have a good chance on or a good run on the exit of this turn, and then you overtake on the inside of or the outside of the last turn, and then you just outbrake the enemy on the first turn. Otherwise, it's a very, very difficult track to overtake.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think, as you said, I think we'll see most overtakes, or most times that people are gonna try it is that last turn and then into turn 1, because for the rest it is really hard. As we see Arensman here right on the back of Stuffer. He might try to do something here because he's right at the back of Stuffer there. Again, is he... You know, you have to be patient here. You have to really kind of work out where you want to do the move, because it is tricky. So,
I think it's a patient game for him right now. If he knows that the Bentley in front of him can keep up with the train, he just has to wait and keep the tires fresh.
Yeah. Oh, as we see Stuffer here, he actually got quite a bad run out of the corkscrew. But again, not much room for Arensman to go for a move here. We might see again here if Arensman gets a good run out of turn 1, but I think Stuffer actually got better traction there and has created a little bit of a gap. Let's actually go here to Peter Parnell, who's slowly worked his way from 11th up into P10. So Parnell, of course... Yeah, go ahead.
Really smurfing.
Yeah,
we need to see the cam immediately.
Yeah, I think we need to see recordings, because else the stewards will have to like apply a penalty or something for cheating the system. Because this is not what Parnell does usually. But
he's going to wreck us. He's going to beat us after this race.
Yeah, gonna be the angry old man yelling at the young kids. But you know, the car fits him at least, the Bentley, you know, for an older guy like Parney.
Well, he's getting pressured, but he's coping with it.
Yeah. Yeah, so far Parnell really dealing with the pressure, even though people might be slightly faster around him. If he can just keep a cool head, it's, again, really hard to overtake, so if he can just, you know, keep a cool head, put some slightly defensive lines, and he should be fine. And then,
I think it's he has a long race in front of him. He just needs to focus on the Merc in front of him. If the McLaren behind him wants to pass, it would be ideal. Because right now he has a 0.8 cap, and if the Merc goes, he has no draft.
Yeah, so we'll see what that... Oh, Parney actually runs a bit wide there, so Van den Hudding will try to go up his inside, but Parnell does a really good job there getting his braking right. Has a good run out of that corner, so no chance for Van den Hudding yet.
We can actually see too on 15th, 16th, and 17th a battle where we almost saw a overtake on the fast left-hander.
Yeah, so
Domi.
yeah, Domi Person with Errol behind him and Smith, so 2 out of 3 are long-standing PCDC members. I think Person, though, you know, as an American, a very proud man. You can see there as he parks it on the apex so that Errol can't get through. And I'm pretty sure I saw him stick a gun out of the window there towards Errol to not pass him. Not sure. I think we don't have a replay, but I definitely saw something sticking out there. So
Yeah. Yeah. We can see that actually Harold is backing out.
yeah, he's. I mean, I'd be scared. You never know what Person is gonna do. So
even the colors are from the GT40. Oof.
Yeah. Let's see here. Someone else that has a pretty close gap is Eddie Phillips. He is short behind him here. Both on quite similar pace, but does seem like Short has been closing up on him. Don't know. I think Phillips is actually a teammate to Person, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the battle for P6 is getting heated. I'm seeing now.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, Aronsman on the back of Stuffer there.
He almost tried an overtake, and again, almost tried an overtake on the last turn.
Yeah, I think Aronsman last race actually, he was running in P3 for like a big part of the race, but then on the, I think it was 2 or 3 laps from the end, he ran out of fuel. So in the end, he finished way lower. But he definitely has the pace to go for at least a top 5, I think. But we can see as well, Layson, the co-commentator from last week here, he's closing up as well. Obviously, Ironsman is trying these moves on Stuffer, but in the meantime, he's losing time to Layson behind. As Ironsman again really close on Stuffer there. And Layson probably just waiting for a moment to strike. We go into the hairpin and we'll see here, get this Aronsman who he gets a pretty good run here, so we'll see if he can do anything with the slipstream here. As the cameraman in the chopper was having a stroke. No, again, oh, on the inside.
Goes long. Yeah, he goes long.
Yeah, really good.
I think he confused the brake with the clutch.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Even though it's a 2-pedal car.
You see as well now, Layson is right on the back of Stuffer there, so Arnsman has got the overtake done, and it is definitely put Stuffer a bit off, I think. So if Laysan sets this up right, we could see him try the overtake here soon as well. As our Stuffer goes defensive into the corkscrew, he kind of compromises his line, so Laysan might get a good run here. But not close enough, I think. But maybe he's just setting this up for the last corner. We'll see here. Oh, really good run from Laysan. Right up to the back. Let's see if we can get traction out of the last corner. Does.
He actually has. Stuffer can actually be saving the tires because the Merc is not actually the best car on tires, I would say.
Yeah, that could be an issue that we
I
see.
don't have the best experience, at least on long runs on this game, but at least the Merc doesn't seem.
Oh,
yeah.
Makes a mistake. So Stuffer makes a mistake, allows Laysan to go in here. So maybe Arnsman either, maybe he was trying to save the tires, or just, you know, maybe he was even struggling with the tires. Because obviously very heavy at the front, the Mercedes. So.
Yeah, as I was saying, the Merc is not it doesn't seem the best car on tires, and it could be struggling on those. But it's too soon. It's 15 minutes. I would be surprised to, like, you could also add like a wonder lap on qualifying, and now he's doing a backwards race.
Someone went off there. Sorry to interrupt you. Someone did go off, but I have no real. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was Levente that went off in the Honda, and I think he retired. Also, Rubik's in the chat. You're asking after Muffle. He didn't do a muffle. He didn't punt anyone off, I think, but in the first lap he did go off the track about 20 times and then binned himself, I think. So he did retire.
It is a muffle, either way.
Yeah, not the classic muffle where he punts people off, but he did mess up. So yeah, unfortunate.
Well, I called it, but I didn't meant it.
Yeah.
He's going to be upset with me, Bruix.
Let's actually see here, because we have a pretty good battle here developing at towards the front. So 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th are all within 6-7 seconds of each other. So
and Parney just got overtaken at the P9 and P10. So P9 and P10 swap positions, and now actually.
Yeah. Parnell there just
another position.
Gets the corner a bit wrong, makes a little slide, goes over the anti-cut, and that could possibly even have damaged his car. So down to P11 for Parnell. Actually, try to get
drag race. Oh, Fast and Furious style.
Oh, on the inside, that's a nice move from Parnell, back up into 10th place. Very nice, and that also allows Falkenberg to pull around, or Nergesh to pull around there with Falkenberg, so very nice.
He has the most difficult name here. Jeez.
Yeah, Balin Nergesh, I think it was. I asked him to send me an audio file so I could say his name, but I think it's Nergesh. So I'm sure he'll let us know after the race if we did an alright job.
Man. I'm so tempted to call him the Lexus fella.
Yeah, I think he's actually the only Lexus on the grid, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about it, but obviously the Lexus, you can't have a You can't have a custom livery for the Lexus because that has like licensing issues and stuff. So that's a bit of a unfortunate, but yeah. Actually see here because
You can't have a Nyan Cat livery on the Lexus.
yeah, it's a shame. Actually, with there's a patch coming soon, 1.4, I think, and they said something about more customization. But so I hope they'll bring in custom liveries, but we will have to see, like fully custom liveries, hopefully. But it will. People were saying it will probably be like driver helmets and suits, so that could be cool. Let's see if there is a battle somewhere going on.
Yeah, we have a P5 and P4 close, but I like they are so close in pace. I don't see them getting them swapping positions too soon. Or if they swap, they will always be close.
Yeah, I think we have here for P13, Matt Smith and Casper Errol. They're running really close together here. I think Errol is also looking for a bit of a gap to the overtake going, but doesn't seem like he will. He's close enough at the moment to have Colin Tuck here. Oh, as he goes off. Colin Tuck goes off there. Colin Tuck in P20 too. He just completely messed up the left-hander. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. You can go into the
We seem to have a good battle for P.
So he goes
P11 and P10.
Yeah,
because
so
there are some back markers going on.
Yeah, so stuck there, not having the best run, but hopefully he can get his car back into working order. Let's see here. At P11. Oh yeah. Yeah, so Njergesh again quite close to Falkenberg here, but not close enough to pull off a move just yet. Might be setting it up for on the front straight as we're about 20 minutes into the race and the sun is coming down here at Laguna Seca. I think it will be turning somewhat to night towards the end of the race, so that will be interesting to see. We'll see the headlights coming on for everyone, and it will be nice to see. And let's see if anything is happening a bit further down the grid. There's a couple of people.
Yeah, P26, P25, P24 are very close.
25 just spun in the middle of the corkscrew there.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Actually backs up a little bit into someone. There's an Aston parked there as well. I don't really know what happened to him. John Ford gets it going again. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. That was a strange situation.
He actually has damage on the back.
Yeah, so... Oh, we see the Aston, I think. I'm not sure who that was. Just tap him in the rear, so he kind of just waits up for Ford to get going again. But yeah, the corkscrew, if someone gets the braking wrong and you're so close together, that's gonna be a tough time.
Nail the timing.
Yeah, that was well caught. But Ford has got it going again. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage. He's up back into 25th now. Take a look here towards the back of the field. We still have 32 runners from the original 37. So we're keeping it going.
We still have the same kind of battles. We have Denise on P8 battling with the Merc. We have Casper Arrow, the Battle of the Porsches. We're on P14.
Yeah, I want to take a look here towards the front again, because see here, we have Airbrake here at the front, who has had a pretty clean track in front of him, so he's pulled about a 7-second gap there. Again, looking pretty dominant so far, and obviously Airbrake has won last season. He was the champion of last season, and he's off to a really good start. But that being said, there's 2 more minutes, and in 2 minutes the pit window will open. The drivers will have 10 minutes to make a pit stop, and so they have to change the tires. That's a mandatory, and fuel again is optional. So we might see difference in strategy there, but Airbrake running a good race, and it's probably best for him to just run as long as he can on the tires and the fuel he's on now.
Yeah, completely agree. At least for the front runners, they don't want to be caught on traffic.
Yeah.
So run as much as they can on the pit window.
Yeah, because as we can see now, Airbrake, by just looking at the cameras, he has like a completely empty track in front of him. He might have an occasional back runner, but I think there's no one within 10 seconds in front of him, so he just has clean air and he can try to get a bigger and bigger gap before he pits.
If you go to Denise, he's actually getting closer and closer to
See here
on
the
P8.
Oh yeah. So the Nacy here in P8 getting really close to Stuffer in 7th. These guys.
Oh, he goes wide.
Oh yeah, Stuffer messes up his braking there. The Nacy goes side by side. They're still side by side going into the next corner. Stuffer takes the front though. But he will have to go defensive. Yeah. But then Nacy is still right on the back, so
He's been pressuring for him for at least the last 5 laps. Good battle.
oh, as someone goes off in front there in the yellow Mercedes. Didn't quite catch who that was, but he takes out a brake marker.
It's Spinella tactic.
Yeah, as Stuffer ran a little bit wide there again, but managed to keep it on the track. But the Nacy really, under the braking, he seems to be quite a bit stronger than Stuffer at the moment. So we might see him try to outbrake. Actually, he gets a good run out of that corner. That will be up to the hairpin, where surely he will have a move here. The Nacy, oh, Stuffer with a good defensive line there. But the Nacy again.
From what I've seen, it seems like the Merc has a very good acceleration, and the Ferrari has a very good braking. But it seems like the Merc setups in Laguna Seca here are not very safe. On the practice session, when I was seeing, they are very, let's say, loose on the back, at least on deceleration, lifting. They seem to be very, very going. The back goes too much. I don't know what kind of preference they use on their setups, but it's interesting to know that everyone chose those kind of setups. At least here, with a very fast left-hander and some very fast corners where you need the confidence to really turn the car and throw it around.
Yeah, I think partially that is maybe also because the Merc is so heavy on the front that they have to loosen up the rear a bit.
It's actually pitting. Oh, he spun in the pit lane. That's actually pitting.
Oh, did he now? Yeah, so
stuffer.
yeah, there's a lot of people that seem to be misjudging the pit a little bit, the pit entry, because it's a very sharp left turn, of course.
Pencil pitted too.
Yeah, so a lot of people going into the pits now. We see here our leader now coming up to some traffic, so he might see that a lot of people are pitting, so let's see if he decides to go in this time. I don't suspect it, but... Nope, he doesn't. He stays out. But yeah, some people going for early pits, maybe because they're stuck behind some people and they want to get the undercut.
Lawrence sets to go into.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So
Yeah.
P2, Lawrence going into the pit, one sink as well.
Yeah. I think I could hear it. I can hear the pit crew. Wait, they are working. It's in America. We can definitely tell.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We can definitely tell it's bolts. And they go. It's a go. Yeah, we can definitely tell. We can definitely tell it's bolts.
Oh man, that was loud. Jesus.
Oh, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Such a fast pit stop. Amazing. I never saw such a.
In the meanwhile, from going to amazing pit stops, this might be the most amazing thing we will ever see in our life. Peter Parnell running in P3 at the moment before his pit stop.
Yeah. I think he's going to miss the pit window just to be in P1.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think he'd rather be proud of it than that he's ran up in that position that he will actually forget the pit.
That's actually a thing. That might be a thing.
So yeah, Parnell doing really well there. Yeah, it's going to be hard to kind of keep track of what is going on. Our leader still hasn't pit Airbrick, and pretty much everyone behind him hasn't either. So, but we do see a lot of people coming into the pit. But we will have to see how everything pans out because there's still a lot of people that have to pit. So.
Falkberg is pitting. Short is pitting. Smelt is pitting. Yeah, there are a lot of cars pitting. Now they probably cut traffic. Said it was the best option.
Yeah. So drivers have 4.5 minutes more to pit, so they will have to come in the next 2 to 3 laps, depending on where they are on the track. So then we can tell how things are gonna filter out. Of course, as most people know, pit stop is very important in this game. You have to get it completely right. And as we are halfway through the race, we'll soon have a bit of an onboard lap here, and since someone in the chat requested it to be in Layson, we can do it with him. So Layson, he is in a battle here at the moment with Nick Dealey. It'll be interesting to see as they go up to the corkscrew here. In the meanwhile, we have some more people pitting. So Peter Parnell also decides to come into the pit, as does Smith. Trigo is also in the pit. Yeah, so Parnell elects to go over. We're actually pitting over, keeping his position. So we'll see how that pans out. You'll actually go on board here for a little bit with Joshua Layson, and we'll let you enjoy the engine sound.
Sound resumed. Sound muted.
As we come back here, you can hear my background noises there. Unfortunately, the game doesn't allow you to run window mode and have your cursor go in and out of the game without alt tabbing, so that's something we have to work around, unfortunately. But yeah, so far really good race here, but we do see hey, go ahead.
P1 pitted, so we started to see at least the first move. So I think now we can see at least how everything is on track at least. So Lawrence is
See how they match up.
yeah,
on
Lawrence
track.
is not that far away from Herbrick.
Yeah, it seems Lawrence has gained tiny amount, about a second I think on Airbrick, but Airbrick is behind quite a lot of traffic now, so he might actually lose quite a bit of time here.
Harold still has to pit.
Yeah, Lager and Harold still has to pit, so we'll see when that happens here. But maybe he's also content, like Parney, to just run in P1 without pitting. But I think he actually,
Yeah.
I think Harold actually missed the pit window now, so there's
Dummy
that.
too, because Dummy is in P4.
Yeah, this is strange. There is quite a bit of people that haven't pitted, so unless the pit window is longer than it's supposed to be, I think they're too late to pit, so they'll get a penalty.
Yeah, they are going to get a penalty because I don't think that P1 would pit so soon if the pit window would be longer. P1 would stretch as much as he could.
Yeah, so yeah, it does show green, but Harold was quite a way down, so it is definitely strange what's going on here. I don't know. I'll see here if I can perhaps see if I can get the pit interface up. No, so the pit interface. Yeah, go ahead.
Unless he just shook us all and he did the best strategy ever.
Yeah, unless, yeah, I mean, we've seen Person do it before where he gained, like, I don't know, I think it was...
he's pitting now.
Okay, he's pitting now, but I don't think that is, I don't think that's in time, so we'll see what happens here, but
Yeah, I could see it because his best lap time was 1:24.6, and the best lap time of P1 is 1:22.4, which is 2 seconds off the pace.
Yeah, so after the pit stop, it seems like the field has spread out a little bit more again. So some people obviously a bit better at the pit stops in the game than others, and kind of created some gaps between some people. One person here that has really seemed to have gotten the worst off of the pit stops here is Peter Parnell. He's dropped back to 17th place here. I don't assume he's gonna gain much more positions because I think nearly everyone has pitted. But again, I think Arnold is still... Okay, he's now out of the pit stop again. So, very strange here. So, I don't know if he's actually served the penalty or not, but maybe something just went wrong with the pit window and allowed him to pit later. Not sure.
He just probably forgot. Sometimes it happens. You just get in the rhythm. Peter Parnell might actually get some positions. The guys in front of him, drivers in front of him, they are running slower times than him, but at least delay is running 0.8 seconds slower. P15 is running 0.4 seconds slower. If he gets everything together, he might actually catch them. It's up to him.
Yeah, and obviously, with only 20 minutes to go, he will, if he gets the opportunity to make a move, we will have to make it and not hesitate.
Yeah. We are in Laguna Seca. I completely forgot.
Yeah. So, worth a mention here, Josh Layson here, up into P5 after his pit stop, and he has a really big gap to P6, so Josh Layson doing really well here. Good to see our fellow commentator doing really well.
Yeah, nice work. He actually has a very good gap in front and behind, so he just needs to get into a rhythm and bring it home.
Yeah, exactly. So if he just holds on, he at least has a top 5. He just has to run cleanly until the end. So very nice from him. See here, I think closing up. Peter Parnell here in a battle with the Eddie. That Ellie? Oh no, that is a back marker, I think. Okay, never mind. So Parnell's still closing up on the Lamborghini of Nick Dealey.
By the way, just a reminder, Domi pitted last lap, so he's now in P15 from P4 to
Oh, Parnell goes for the move here on the inside. Then he makes it work around for Nick Dealey, so Parnell up into P17 there, or P16 I should say. Really nice, he covers it off as well. So Parnell up into P16, and then he'll be trying to work his way further forward, but now he has a really big gap to the people in front, so we'll see how that plays out towards the end. But definitely a very decent performance from Parnell here. We see here P6 here, battle between Stuffer and Van den Hudding, and Van den Hudding is actually going for a move up into the corkscrew. On the inside, Stuffer leaves him space, and Van den Hudding is through. Yeah, very good move.
They lost both a lot of time, but it was a nice move. But
yeah, and it's one of those things. If you get the opportunity on Laguna Seca, you have to take it because you're not gonna get that again.
I meant it in a way that the Nazi is doing better lap times than those two. I don't know if in 17 minutes then the Nazi can actually catch them, but Let's see.
Let's again go a little bit towards the back of the grid. Take a look here. We have a couple of people running together quite closely.
Casper Harold in P11 is actually very close to P10 for the top 10.
That here. Oh yeah, Harold here in the Porsche. Up onto the back of Falkenberg in the Ferrari, and Casper's last lap was a 23.9. Falkenberg's a 23.8, but I assume that is because Falkenberg is actually a tiny bit slower, as Harold runs wide there. So we'll keep an eye on how that battle develops. See a bit here. The top 4 hasn't changed, so Vincent Erberg still running at the front, second Marcus Lawrence, then Wansink and Benzel.
Oh, I'm seeing that Tommy might have some problems. He did a 1:28.6, 4 seconds slower than the average around him. Might have a off or something on the last lap.
Yeah, that is
That's actually...
weird. He must have misjudged a corner somewhere, but doesn't look like his car has any serious damage or whatever, so it must have just been a driver error. Back here, I have Colin Tuck with that is Wansink, I think, overtaking Colin Tuck there. So Colin Tuck doing a really good job of just letting the drivers through. Other battles. I think here Matt Smith has Luke Levin Martins right on the back of him. Matt Smith being in the Porsche, and he lets... Oh, that is not Levin Smart. Is he being... The relatives are kind of messing up a little bit, so it's hard to find the battles at the moment.
Yeah, because of the back markers, that is, everyone is just close to each other.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, it's still Nick Dealey actually overtook Parnell again for 17th or 16th place, but in the meanwhile, they've been fighting for so long that we have Whip that is actually closing up to the back. Oh, that is actually Whip there. Parnell is creating a bit of a gap.
Whip is actually very close to delay on P18. P18
Yeah, so I made a mistake there because Parnell has actually made a bit of a gap now to Dealey, but Whip has closed up to the back, and right behind him is Phillips as well, I think. Oh no, that is a back marker, also the yellow Mercedes, so it's just Whip for now. Of course, running for the Benny the Bentley team. Whip doing a bit better than his teammate, who just binned it in the first lap.
Nice, going for the outside Whip.
Yep, he tried it, but just doesn't make it work. It's really hard to do it on the outside there.
At least made the Lambo have a bad run on the last turn, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, he's really looking for that move to get done, but man, it's so hard on this track to do an overtake. Actually have a battle here towards the front a bit more for P8, 9, and 10 between Arnsman, Danesi, and Falkenberg. As Danesi gets a really good run out of the last corner, we see Arnsman going defensive into turn 1. We'll see if Danesi can pull something off here. Arnsman takes a good defensive line. I think Danesi will just have to slot in behind here. So yeah, good defensive driving from Arnsman there. Definitely a battle happening here between those three.
Yeah, like I said, Danesi has a very good pace compared to the guys in front of him.
Yeah, now the question will be when will he... Oh, he gets a really good run here again. Not gonna look for the move here because It's a very
He
dangerous overtake.
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows he's faster.
So we'll see here if he can set his move up to the last sector here. He's trying to pressure Aronsman. Moving off of his line, trying to maybe play some mind games here. But yeah, Danesi looking really strong towards the end of this race here. As he goes on the outside, Aronsman has to go defensive on the inside. Danesi keeps it alongside. This might be a very good move. Danesi has the lead here over Falkenberg. Or Aronsman, sorry. And he pulls it off. Really good. Really nice move. So I think we'll just see Danesi run away from these two behind now.
Yeah. And actually, behind them, we have a battle with Casper Earl and Falkenberg, I believe. But that's not as close as those two, as because the lap times are exactly the same. So I
Yeah.
think Casper Earl is just keeping up, and as I say it, he just goes side by side.
Yeah, so side by side, he's gonna try it around the outside, but that's very hard. He's off camera there, so no way that's gonna work. But definitely trying to set up that move on Falkenberg. I think he is. He knows he's slightly faster, but again, so hard to set up a move on this track.
They're actually doing the exact same pace, but they just can't. They just can't. Like Casper Earl just can't overtake.
Yeah, we see him trying again. Ooh, Falkenberg runs a little bit wide, but still gets a good run. Harold's really close now. See, actually loses a bit of ground there towards the hairpin.
Casper seems to be faster on the last sector, and
Yeah.
Falkenberg seems to be faster on the first and second sector. So that's where Casper gains all the time.
Yeah, again, Casper just... And especially under braking, I know the Porsche is pretty good on their braking. Even better than the Ferrari, I think, and he's definitely under braking, making up a lot of time towards the Ferrari. Again, gets a really good run here, but I don't think he can do anything here. Oh, as he looks to the inside, just to throw Falkenberg off a little bit. So far, Falkenberg is managing still.
And that's where he's probably shines Casper Harold on the last sector.
Yeah, so
And
Harold...
the Porsches.
Yeah, Harold again really close in the last sector here, so maybe we'll see something happen now. As he's right up to the back of Falkenberg here in the last 10 minutes of the race. But again, towards the hairpin, he seems to lose quite a bit of time there in that long right-hander. The cambered one, he seems to lose quite a bit of time. So unfortunate, but this battle will keep going on for a couple of laps here. Meanwhile, we haven't spoken about him a lot today, but Vincent Ehrbrich in the lead, and something must have happened to Lawrence, because Lawrence is now 25 seconds behind Ehrbrich. So if you remember at the pit stop, he was only 6 seconds behind, I think, and now he's 25, so he really lost a lot in the last stint here.
Yeah, I think, well, actually, he's just losing 0.4 seconds, 0.5 seconds, and because it's such a small track, when you notice your opponent is just gone lap after lap. They already in an hour they did 36 laps, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, and I guess it's one of those cases where if you see that he's pulling away, you're not gonna be... You can't keep that focus forever to just keep on pushing and keep on pushing, so maybe Lawrence is just happy with second place and he's just trying to finish the race now instead of hunting down P1.
And it's actually a good effort from Lawrence. like the Merc doesn't seem the best carrier, even though we have like 2 Mercs on the top 3, but we know that they are very good drivers. Not taking credit from Hairbrick, but yeah, very good job from Vincent, from doing like 1:22.4 of his best lap time, always doing 1:22 weight last lap. The only person doing 22s right now. Hey, 6 minutes till the end. It's impressive.
Yeah, he's really I mean, we've seen it in the previous seasons as well, and the previous race. Like, Airbrick is really I mean, I think he's probably on that alien pace. If he competes in special events as well, he always gets really good results in like endurances and everything. So he's really I guess he's just really talented. Definitely above average.
Yeah.
So see actually here, because I think Layson, does he have anyone close? No, that is just the relative messing up a little bit.
Danese got off of P9. I don't think he's going to catch P7, so I think that if nothing goes wrong, this is going to be our top 5.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like the race has kind of settled. The only real battle I see going on here is between Falkenberg and Errol, so we might see something happening there in the last 10 minutes, but for the rest of the grid, it seems like everyone is spread out quite a bit, so...
Stuffer is actually catching Hooding. Now that I'm saying, they are not... they are doing more or less the same pace, but...
Yeah, let's take a look here. Who is the back marker here gonna get in the way of Falkenberg? That could be a big thing. Yeah, Falkenberg has actually gotten quite a bad run there. Don't know who that person is, but he should be giving way to the drivers, and he is not, I think. Oh no, it's actually battling. Yeah, it's Arnsman.
Yeah, they are battling. That's actually a good battle.
Yeah, I completely misinterpreted that, but that's actually battle for position. I didn't know they actually caught up to Arnsman. And Arnsman makes a mistake and loses 2 positions there.
There was actually a little bit of contact from Falkenberg.
Yeah.
And I think he just left it and gave the position.
Yeah, it looks like Arnsman is really dropping off towards the end here. Last lap was a 26.8. So it seems like he might have had a couple of mistakes, or his tires are not holding up that great. But all in the meanwhile, that is Falkenberg up into P9 and Harold's up in P10.
Harold seems to have the best pace out of these 3.
Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see.
And we have the leader coming, right?
Yeah, let's see where he is on the track. Yeah, actually the leader is right behind, so...
They have to give the position. Here the blue flags are mandatory.
Yeah, so Harold will definitely have to give up the position here, and he does so. Brakes a little bit earlier, just lets out the throttle a little bit, and lets the leader through. Now, it'll be interesting to see how Falkenberg deals with the leader and on which part of the track he's going to let him through, because it might put him in a compromising position, but Harold is quite a bit behind now, so if Falkenberg times it right, then he could be safe towards the end of this race.
Yeah, he actually got very lucky getting away from that battle with B1 helping.
We actually have a battle going on here as well between Nick Dealey and Whip, and then also not Eddie Phillips, no. But they're running within half a second of each other, and I actually think Whip has been behind Dealey for a really long time now. With 2 minutes to go, he really has to try something here sooner rather than later. But Whip gets a good run now. Gonna try anything? Doesn't look like it. As the night sky is now covering the Laguna Seca trek. So
yeah, the battle for P9 and P10, I think it's more or less over. 1.5 seconds, and the pace is really not that strong to catch and overtake on Laguna Seca. So it was a good try. It was actually a good three-way battle.
yeah, we have Whip here with a really good run towards the hairpin now. He's gonna try it on the outside. I don't think that will make it, but he might set up for a good run out of the hairpin here. But again, Nick Dealey just seems that Lamborghini has really good traction out of the last corner while the Bentley doesn't. But this will probably be the last
Goes
lap.
really deep.
Yeah. So we will see Erberg here as he comes to the start finish. He will start the last lap of this Laguna Seca sprint race. And a dominant performance from Erberg, and he just has to bring it to the line now. But let's see if we can go back to that fight between Whip and Dealey as they're still running really close together. Look at this. Whip does seem like he has had a bit of a hit on the back of his car, or some contact on the back.
Yeah, he had damage. Even maybe he's actually trying a lot.
Oh, on the inside.
Ooh.
Dealey makes a mistake there and allows Whip through, but Whip's on the outside. They go side by side. Oh,
that...
little mistake from Whip there.
But he's still
Still there. Yeah, he's still there. He's again gonna... Oh, he's gonna slot out behind. He might be setting up a move there, but I think that is Van den Hudding coming through, and Whip actually had to give the position up because Van den Hudding is coming through.
Flag.
Yeah.
It's such a shame.
So it's gonna be the last lap here for Whip to try anything. And Van den Hudding is... Oh, Whip actually follows through. Really tactical move. And he's gonna get it done. The last lap, Dealey is gonna come back at him on the inside. Surely Whip is gonna try... Oh, and they touch. So now it's gonna be about who gets on track again first. Whip does, Dealey does as well. It's a bit of a mess. But Whip gets the better of it, and I don't know if there's anyone to blame there. It's very much yeah. So in the meanwhile, our leader has finished the race, and we see Marcus Lawrence here coming away in second position. Across the line. And we have Benzel coming out of the final corner for his third position as the fireworks go off in the background. Benzel in third, Wansink in fourth, right behind him. He will be very happy. And then our co-commentator here, Layson, coming across the line in fifth. He'll be very happy with that.
Barney P15 crossed the line too.
Yep, and then we see Ruben van den Hudding in sixth. He's very happy, flashing his lights. Then in seventh we have Stuffer coming across the line in the Black Falcon livery. Then AC right behind him in eighth in the Ferrari. And I think we've nearly had everyone finished then. Fassbender already in pit. Yes, I'm pretty sure we have had everyone finish actually, so really nice. see people on their cooldown laps here. So that's interesting. So in P1, the top 3 will be in P1 Vincent Erbrich, in second Marcus Lawrence, and then in third Wansink. Then fourth Benzel, or no, Benzel was third actually, I think, and then Layson in fifth. Let's see if we can actually pull someone into the interview, like into the commentator's booth here to have a little interview. I know. Let's first get the winner in again, if he is still around. Jim Boom is actually muted, so we'll go for someone else here. Let's see if we can get Josh in here. Hello, Josh. Are you here?
I'm here. Hello.
Yeah. So we've been kind of looking at you throughout the race, and in the end, you got all the way up to P5. You were slowly just creeping up there, and I mean that was a really good result from. I don't know exactly where you started, but I think you.
I think it was I got P13 in qualifying.
Yes.
It was quite tough. I was quite angry with myself after qualifying, so I had a chat with a friend, and he said, keep your head up. You've got this. So and at the start, I don't know if it was on stream, but it was literally a gap in the middle of the track just opened up, and I just went straight through past about 4 or 5 cars on the first corner. So, but yeah, what a race!
Yeah, it looked really good, and I mean, it looked surprisingly clean for the most part. The opening lap was a lot going on there, but for the rest of the race, it seemed like there was some pretty clean racing there.
Yeah, there was. I did have a little bit of contact with a McLaren who sort of lost it a little bit, and we sort of hit side on. So I just took to the gravel to sort of get out of his way. But apart from that, the back markers were, were good as gold considering how busy it was out there. So yeah, it was a great race, and it did feel nice to get in the P5 eventually. So
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's definitely good to see our co-commentator perform well here. So, congrats to you, and
yeah,
I hope you enjoyed the
always
race.
good.
Congrats.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm going to watch the broadcast back myself now, guys.
All right. See you later.
See you, boy.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Let's see if we can get someone else here. Marcus Lawrence. Let's try to get him in here. See if we can comment on what happened there towards the end. Hello, Mr. Lawrence. Are you here? Again, Marcus, whenever I pull him in for an interview, he's never here. He's always AFK. So I guess he's just disappointed to be in second all the time.
Yes,
But
as usual.
see, oh, he says his mic is not working. Let's see if we can pull him in again.
What a great excuse.
Yeah. Marcus, are you here? Your mic's not working.
Yeah. You can say both of my tires are dead, whatever you want. You were driving a Mercedes even.
Yeah, so we'll see if we can get anyone else in here. Let's see. We kind of had a see if we can pull Harold in here. Hello, Harold. Are you here? Again, also AFK. Wait,
Another one.
is no one's mic
No,
working or
I'm
something?
here,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I'd push to talk to. Hey guys.
Hey, how are you doing?
That's pretty good. I'm going well.
Yeah, you had
First
a
race here.
pretty long battle there towards
Oh, yeah.
on that second stint.
Both with Smith in like the first half of the race, and then with Falkenberg, and then the second.
Yeah, so is it your first time on ACC as like in
It is.
like a league race? Yeah, I thought so. So how'd you like it?
It's pretty good. I need to get used to some of the things though, some of the UI stuff and the HUD and all.
Yeah, that's very understandable. But I think overall your race went pretty well, right?
Yeah, I feel it went pretty well. Finishing top 10 on the first race that I did.
He's already making excuses, and he just did the top 10. Jesus. Nah, these racing guys, man. Well, I saw that you that it was a shame that the three-way fight was interrupted by the leaders.
Oh yeah, it
Just
was
such a
unfortunate.
good, yeah, but it was such a good fight. It was also awesome to see.
Nice man.
Nice work, bro.
Yeah,
Thank
congrats.
you.
All right, let's see if we can have one more person here before we close it off. Maybe let's see if we can get Peter Parnell in here. See if he's up for an interview, perhaps. See if I can drag him in here. Barney, are you here?
Yes.
Oh, how did that race go for you?
Really good, but frustrating. I was 9th or 10th, and I went into the pits, and then I must have had something switched on because tires took a minute to change. So I came out in 18th. So I was fucking fuming because I should have been in the top 10. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
was good
Yeah.
enough to be in the top 10.
we actually saw you, and we were amazed by your performance. We were pretty surprised.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know. I don't know where that came from. But I'm so mad that the pit stop messed it up for me. That's what's really annoyed me because, like I say, the tyres changed, and I think we've worked out. I changed the number on the brakes to 1, so I think and
yeah.
I thought someone said you need to change them, so I changed the number. So I think I misunderstood. So it was doing a brake change. So it's anyway.
Yeah.
Third time lucky. I know next time. But no,
I
I
mean,
really enjoyed it. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, but at least for next time that you definitely have the pace to run the top 10. So
Yeah,
that's good to see.
I don't know where that qualifying come from. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really good. Really enjoyed it.
Barney, now it's the time that you tell us that someone was racing for you.
No, I would. I had the camera on. I was live streaming, so you can check it as well.
No. You can be doing something else.
no-
There's
there's no amphetamines involved. There's no tablets. There's no booze.
Yeah,
It's just
we need
52-year-old
a
Parney.
we need a cocaine test.
I
But
think I might as well quit iRacing. I found something I'm all right at now.
All right, Parney.
Yeah, that's good.
Congrats on the performance. Shame of the result, but
Yeah,
the performance
cheers.
anyway.
No, it was good. It was good. Thank you.
All right. So that will round off the second round here for the PCDC ACC League. If you have any urge to joining our league, if you want to join, make sure to check the links below. Most of the information you can find at www.pcdc.link. You can join our Discord there, and from there on you can join our league as well. So this has been Senna Stuffmail together with Pedro Diaz, and we will see you next week for round 3.
Bye.
Goodbye.